Welcome to the Psychology Freshman Workshop. This presentation will get you familiar with your psychology degree requirements, how to read your DARs, and how to plan for your spring classes. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started. To begin, let's learn a little bit about what makes up your degree. Your degree is made up of 4 major areas. These include General Studies, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences requirements, Major requirements, and Electives. We will discuss each area in depth now. All undergraduate students at ASU enrolled in a degree program must successfully complete a minimum of 35 credit hours of approved general studies courses. As a psychology major, some of your general studies requirements will be satisfied automatically with courses you must take for your psychology major. The general studies requirements on this page that are automatically satisfied by courses you will take for your psychology major will not be discussed, because you do not need to take additional coursework beyond your psychology major requirements to complete these general studies requirements. Instead, we will now focus on the general studies requirements that you must complete beyond your psychology major requirements. The first requirement is the first-year composition requirement, which can include a combination of English 101 and English 102, or a combination of English 107 and English 108, or just English 105. The next requirement you must complete is 2 humanities, arts, and design courses. Humanities courses include a large variety of courses from subjects such as philosophy, art history, religion, and many more. Next, you must complete 2 natural sciences courses. Each of these courses must include a lecture and a lab to satisfy the natural sciences requirement. One of your natural sciences courses must be a quantitative natural science, or SQ, and the other course you have the choice to take either a quantitative natural science or a general natural science, which is designated by the letters SG. Natural science includes courses such as biology, geology, astronomy, and many other options. Please remember that although Psych 290, your research methods class for psychology, is designated as a general natural science, psychology majors cannot use this course toward the natural sciences requirement. Finally, we have come to our awareness areas. These include cultural diversity in the U.S., historical awareness, and global awareness. These requirements can be satisfied by courses you take in other areas. For example, a course you take for humanities may also count for 1 or even 2 of the awareness areas. We will go over how to search for these courses later in our presentation. Moving on from general studies, the next area of your degree is the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences requirements. All majors within our college are required to complete these requirements, and which requirement you must fulfill depends on whether you're completing the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science in Psychology. For the Bachelor of Science or BS in Psychology, 2 Science and Society courses are required. These are not science courses with labs. Instead, they're lecture classes that teach you how society is impacted by various issues within the science and technology fields. For example, some class titles are Bioethics, Society and Technology, Society and the Environment, among many others. You'll need to take a total of 2 classes to satisfy the Science and Society requirements, and one of those classes must be upper division, meaning at the 300 or 400 level. Also, please note that only one of your Science and Society courses can be used to satisfy another major or minor requirement. The link on this page will take you to more information about the Science and Society requirements, as well as a list of courses that can be used to satisfy this requirement. All BA degrees in our college require you to complete a second language proficiency. You have a variety of language options at ASU, and if you start in the beginning level class, you'll take 4 language classes over 4 semesters. However, the details may vary if you have some background in another language. For Spanish, all students must take a placement exam before enrolling in a Spanish course, even if you do not have a background in the language. For other languages, a placement test is offered for students who have a background in the language and would like to place into a higher level course beyond the 101 level. The link on this slide will take you to information about the placement test. The next area of your degree is your major requirements. Your major requirements include the psychology courses you will be required to complete for your degree and a related courses area. First, the Foundation of Psychology area includes your foundational courses for psychology. These courses include Intro to Psychology, Intro to Statistics, and Research Methods. These courses will prepare the groundwork for your other psychology coursework. The breadth requirement includes 5 different areas of coursework. You get to choose 4 courses out of the 5 areas. The areas include biological, personality and mental health, cognitive and learning, developmental, and social psychology. By the time you're done with this requirement, you will have a breadth of knowledge about many different areas within psychology. Your degree audit report, which we will be covering how to access and read in a few minutes, has a complete list of courses you can choose from for this requirement. The depth coursework includes many psychology courses at the 400 level that will give you a deeper knowledge of a specific area within psychology. 2 depth courses are required to satisfy this requirement. Check your degree audit report for a complete list of courses you can choose from. The Psychology Electives area allows you to choose 3 psychology courses from any psychology course that we offer. 2 of the courses must be upper division, while the 3rd course can be lower or upper division, depending on your preference. If you are interested in doing an internship, participating in research, or TAing a class, you can participate in these experiences and use them toward your Psychology Electives area. Please note, however, that only 6 credits of experiential coursework can be used toward your total 9 credits of Psychology Electives. Finally, we have come to the related areas for psychology. This includes the math requirement for psychology. Math is foundational to psychology because you need to have mathematical skills to properly analyze the data that's collected in psychology research. The Bachelor of Arts requires you to complete pre-calculus, which at ASU is Math 170, and the Bachelor of Science requires calculus, which your options at ASU are either Math 251 or Math 270. The related areas also include the Foundations of Behavior requirement. This area requires you to complete 12 credits of coursework in related disciplines to psychology. These disciplines include anthropology, biology, cultural geography, history and philosophy of science, philosophy, and sociology. Any course taken in these subject areas can be used towards the Foundations of Behavior requirement. The last area in your degree is electives. The number of credits you must complete in your General Studies area, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences area, and Major Requirements area will not add up to 120 credits, which is the total number of credits required for graduation from ASU. In fact, you will find with the psychology major that you will likely have many credits remaining after you complete your required areas. This is where electives come in. Elective courses allow you to reach the 120 total credits, of which 45 credits must be at the 300 or 400 level that are required for graduation. Elective courses can be any course that receives credit at ASU. These courses can be courses that are of interest to you, courses that improve your transferable skills for future jobs, more courses in psychology just because you love psychology so much, courses to help complete a minor, or prerequisite courses needed for further education, such as medical school prerequisites. So how do you know what course requirements you have left to complete your degree? The DARS, or Degree Audit Reporting System, is a tool ASU uses to keep track of the courses you have taken so far and which requirements you still have left to complete your degree. This report is very important because your DARS will need to be completely satisfied in order for your degree to be awarded to you when you are ready to graduate. We recommend that you check your DARS frequently and to consult with your advisor if you see anything on your DARS that looks a little fishy.
So how do you get access to your DARS? First, you must log on to your My ASU page using your ASU credentials. Once there, you will find the My Programs box on your front page. In the box, click on Degree Progress, and then click on Degree Audit DARS.
Next, you will select the Run Audit button. Then, you will select the Run Default Programs button. Note that the audit will always be your current major. Then you will get to wait for a minute or two while your report is being generated. You may have to click on the Update button if your report is taking too long to show up. Once it does appear, you will select the View Audit button and that will open your report. If there is more than one audit available, make sure to view the most recent audit by looking at the time and date of the audit. If you choose to print your DARs, make sure to select the printer-friendly link before doing so. So now that you have your DARs in front of you, how do you read it? The first thing to know is that any section that has a green checkmark icon is completed. This means that all courses within that area have a satisfactory grade posted and no further courses are needed to fulfill that requirement. Any section that has the green dots icon means that one or more of the courses in that section are currently in progress. Once you complete the in-progress course or courses in that area with a satisfactory grade, that section will change to a green checkmark icon, showing that all courses in that area have been successfully completed. Any section that has a red X means that section is incomplete. One or more of the courses from that section have not been completed and are not in progress. This example shows that this student is missing one Foundations of Behavior course, and so their related areas section of their DARs is incomplete. Under most requirement areas in the DARs, there are sub-requirements. Each sub-requirement will have a green checkmark icon, a red X icon, an IP with green dots icon, or an IP with a red X icon. The green checkmark icon means that the sub-requirement is met. The red X icon means that the sub-requirement is unmet. The IP with green dots icon means that the sub-requirement has courses fulfilling the requirement that are in progress. And the IP with a red X icon means that there are courses in progress fulfilling some of the requirements, but there is still one or more courses that are unmet within the sub-requirement. Besides the DARs, we have another tool that you can use to help plan out your courses through graduation. These are called major maps. Major maps give you a recommended sequence of courses based on your major in order to finish your degree in 4 years. The major maps assume that you come into ASU with no previous college credit. So if you did come into ASU with college credit, the major maps may need to be modified based on that. Also, if you started in a lower math or English course than what the major map suggests you should be in your first term, that is okay. You will work your way up to where you need to be in time, but you will also need to modify the major map to fit your situation. However, major maps can still give you a good idea about what order we recommend you take your courses in. The links to our BA and BS Psychology major maps are listed here on this page, so feel free to use these links to access your major map. Here is an example of the BS Psychology major map. The courses listed here are the courses that are recommended for a BS Psychology student in their first term. Notice that English, Math, and Psych 101 have an exclamation point symbol listed next to them. This is because these courses are your critical courses for the semester. Critical courses must be taken and successfully completed with a C or better in order to stay on track with your major. In just a moment, we will discuss critical tracking and what it means to be on track or off track for your major. But for now, remember that you can use the major map to figure out which courses are critical for you to take each semester. If you are in a lower level math or English class than what is listed on the major map, not to worry. As long as you are enrolled in math and English and successfully complete these courses, you will stay on track for your major, even if you are below the recommended level. Speaking of critical courses, let's now discuss critical tracking. Critical tracking in EAdvisor is an advising and enrollment management system that monitors your progress toward your selected degree. The system lets you know what classes you need to graduate and when you need to take those classes. For the first 4 semesters you are here at ASU, a hold will be applied to your account if you are off track for your major. After your first 4 semesters, you will continue to be tracked, but no hold will be applied. To be on track for your major means that you are in the process of completing or have already successfully completed all the critical courses for your major in that given semester. If you are on track for your major, no holds will be applied to your account for tracking purposes. If you are off track for your major, that means that you have not completed at least one critical course for that given semester. The first semester you are off track, you will receive a hold that will prompt you to contact your advisor. You must get in contact with your advisor to discuss how to get back on track for your major before your hold will be removed. If you are off track for the second semester in a row, you will receive another hold that will prompt you to change your major. At this point, unfortunately, you will no longer be able to stay with the psychology major and will need to find a major that is a better fit for you. You will need to change your major before this hold will be removed. If you are not sure what your tracking status is, you can find out by checking your My Programs and EAdvisor box on your My ASU page. If you are off track and you are not sure why, please contact an advisor. Also, always contact an advisor if you have a tracking hold on your account. You can also access your Critical Requirements audit through your My Programs and EAdvisor box on your My ASU page. This audit will show you your major map and whether you are on track or not with your critical course requirements. Now let's discuss what the critical courses are for each of the first 4 terms you will be tracked here at ASU. For the first term, one of the critical courses is math. The math course you are enrolled in is based on your math placement test score or college credit you brought into ASU. You must successfully complete this course and move on to the next math course in the math sequence in order to stay on track for your major. Another critical course is Psych 101. Finally, English is a critical course your first semester. The English course you are enrolled in is based on your English placement score or college credit you brought into ASU. You must successfully complete this course and move on to the next English course in the English sequence in order to stay on track for your major. If you have completed any of these courses prior to attending ASU via AP, dual enrollment, IB, or CLEP credit, you have already fulfilled that critical course and will not need to retake it here at ASU. In your second term, math is once again a critical requirement. This is, of course, unless you finished your required math course for your major in your first semester here at ASU. Remember that BA Psychology requires Math 170 and BS Psychology requires Math 251 or Math 270. If you are still working your way up to your required math course, you will take the next course in your math sequence this semester. The second critical course is English. If you took WAC 101 or WAC 107 in your first term, you will need to take English 101 or English 107 in your second term. If you took English 101 or English 107 in your first term, you will need to take English 102 or English 108 in your second term. If you completed English 105 in your first term, you have finished your English requirement and do not need to take an English course your second term. Again, if you have already completed college credit for these requirements, you are good to go. In your third term, Psych 230, which is Introduction to Statistics, is your critical course. In addition, English 102 or English 108 is required for students who completed WAC 101 or WAC 107 in their first term. Bachelor of Science students who have not completed calculus yet will also be required to complete that course during this term. Now we have made it to the fourth and final term. The only critical course for all psychology students that is required in this term is Psych 290, which is Research Methods. Once you complete this course successfully, you will continue to be tracked, but your critical foundational courses will be completed. By completing the critical courses successfully your first 4 semesters here, we hope that this will set you up to be successful and on track for your junior and senior year. To make sure you stay on track for your major and know in advance what classes to be taking every semester through your sophomore year, we recommend that you complete a 4-semester plan. To complete the plan, start with filling out the critical courses you need to take each semester. Then, for the remaining courses, fill in the General Studies courses, Foundations of Behavior courses, Foreign Language courses for BA students, Science and Society courses for BS students, major courses, and elective courses that you still need to complete for your degree. Use your major map and DARS to help guide you in filling out your 4-semester plan. To help you plan out your spring schedule, here is a guide for which English class you should enroll in for the spring. Find what English class you completed in the fall to find what course you should enroll in for the spring. Remember that English is a critical course for your second term, so make sure to take an English course unless you have already completed your first year composition requirement. Depending on whether you are a BS or a BA psychology major, find which math class you are taking this fall to find what course you should take in the spring. Math is also a critical course for your second term unless you have already completed your math requirement. Here are a few things to consider when developing your spring schedule. Remember that if you have not completed the math requirement for your major, you must take a math class in the spring in order to stay on track with your major. If you do not successfully complete Psych 101 with a C or better in the fall, you must take Psych 101 again in the spring. Also, if you have not completed English 102, English 108, or English 105, you must take an English class in the spring. Another thing to consider when making your spring schedule is whether you have an ASU scholarship or not. If so, you will need to complete 30 credit hours by the end of your spring semester. Make sure that the number of credits you enroll in for the spring, combined with the number of credits you are taking this fall, will equal at least 30 credits. If you're currently taking a foreign language this fall, continue with it in the spring. If you are a BA student and have not taken a foreign language yet, it is best to wait until next fall to start your language courses. In this case, a lab science course for your natural science general studies requirement is recommended. Also, if you're a BS student, a lab science is recommended in the spring as well. A Foundations of Behavior course and/or a humanities course is recommended if you still need courses in these areas. Remember to check your DARS to determine which course requirements you still need. Finally, we do not recommend taking more than one elective course in the spring.
Now that you have your spring schedule planned out, it's time to search for classes. To do so, log on to your My ASU page. Under your My Classes box, select the class search link below your class schedule. The Spring 2018 class schedule will be posted on September 18th, so you will need to wait until that time to search for classes.
If you know the class you are searching for, enter the subject and number of the course in the appropriate boxes. Also, if you know which location you would prefer to take the course at, include that information as well. By clicking Search, you will see all the sections of that particular course that are offered during your selected semester. If you want to see all the courses being offered under a particular prefix, just enter the prefix under the subject area and leave the number blank. For example, if you want to see all psychology courses being offered during a particular semester, just enter PSY in the subject and leave the number blank. If you do not know the specific class you are looking for, the Advanced Search option in the Class Search can help. This allows you to search for a class by level, number of units, by instructor, along with a few other options. The General Studies pull-down menu allows you to search for specific General Studies designations so that you can see a whole list of all courses that are available under that designation. Once you select the General Studies designation you are looking for, additional drop-down boxes will appear to the right of the General Studies pull-down menu, which you have the options of selecting C, G, or H. These letters stand for the cultural diversity, global awareness, and historical awareness requirements. So if, for example, you were searching for a humanities class that also satisfies the global awareness requirement, you would select Humanities under the General Studies pull-down menu, and then select G under the additional pull-down menu that will appear.
If you need further assistance with searching for and enrolling in classes, please contact your advisor. You can find your advisor by logging on to My ASU and clicking on the Academic Advising link in the Academic Support Team box. There, you will find the name, phone number, and email address of your assigned academic advisor.
One last thing to help you stay on track. The academic calendar is an important tool to make sure you are aware of the critical dates and deadlines throughout the semester. please check out the website on this slide. Some important upcoming dates and deadlines include the fall course withdrawal deadline and the spring schedule of classes and registration dates.
As we end our presentation, here are your next steps. You have an advising hold on your account which will prevent you from enrolling in your spring classes. To get your hold removed, you must do the following. First, complete a 4-semester plan to the best of your ability. The 4-semester plan document is attached to the email you were sent with this video link. Don't worry about completing the plan perfectly. If you are unsure or have questions about part of the plan, your advisor can help you when you meet. Next, schedule an advising appointment with your advisor. You can schedule an appointment by following the steps listed on this slide. When you come to your appointment, make sure to bring your 4-semester plan with you. A completed 4-semester plan is required in order to get your advising hold removed.
Thank you for your attention during this presentation. We here in Psychology Advising hope you have a wonderful rest of your semester, and we look forward to working with you through the rest of your time here at Arizona State University.